Previously on Titanic 2025.
One of the ship's guards shouts in terror to warn others.
Iceberg!
Jack and Rose fall into the sea.
A boat! Jack, look!
Finally feeling peace for the first time that night. But there's a distinct lack of warmth in the atmosphere, and after looking at Jack, quietly walks past him. Rose only looks at Jack, her anxiety and concern evident in her gaze. After dinner, Cal asks Jack to come with him and talk somewhere quieter. This marriage must go forward. Jack, with a troubled mind, leaves the room. Eventually, her mother agrees to go with Rose but insists on accompanying her. Rose knows exactly where to find Jack, saying he must leave Rose's life and that there is no place for him in this marriage. Then she turns and lets Rose talk to Jack. Rose's mother waits as Rose speaks with Jack, unable to understand what's going on between them. She stands there watching, her mind preoccupied with everything that's happening. After a while, Rose breaks away from Jack and returns to her mother. Her mother anxiously asks what happened. Rose, with a tired and emotionless voice, says she no longer has anything to do with Jack. Her mother's face shifts from joy to surprise, but she's happy she was able to convince Rose. Rose knows deep down she hasn't made the right decision, but she feels forced into it. No one knows what decision she's truly made. Rose and Call go to Call's house for the wedding preparations, where both families and friends are present. Rose looks around coldly and emotionlessly, while Call excitedly talks about his love for Rose. Call smiles at Rose and asks her to get ready. Rose, feeling the weight of it all, looks at Call with reluctance and simply nods. The wedding ceremony is held in a large, magnificent hall, beautifully decorated with white flowers and candlelight. Rose, in her beautiful and expensive wedding dress, steps into the hall with sad and broken eyes. The ceremony continues, families talk and celebrate, but Rose keeps thinking about Jack. The sound of music fills the background as Call and his family celebrate, but Rose's heart is elsewhere. In the middle of the ceremony, Rose looks toward the door, waiting for Jack's arrival, but there is no sign of him. Rose's heart races, and deep down unanswered questions remain. The ceremony continues with all family and friends present, but Rose's mood next to Call is relentlessly cold. The celebration ends and Rose sits on a chair with no joy on her face, her thoughts somewhere else. After the wedding, Call begins to change in an odd way. His behavior turns cold and unpleasant, something Rose didn't anticipate. Day by day, she feels more alone and can't understand the cause of this change. One night in the darkness, Rose says to Call,
Maybe having a baby will help.
but there's no reaction from Call. Rose's words disappear into the silence and she remains trapped in her loneliness. Even when she becomes pregnant, Call's behavior doesn't change. He's still cold and indifferent toward Rose, and the distance between them only grows. Tensions in the relationship reach their peak. Every time she talks to Call, their disagreements grow stronger. Finally, one night, she decides that this path must end.
We can't continue anymore, we have to separate.
After the divorce, Rose waits for the birth of her child. With every passing day, she grows closer to a moment that will bring her new hope. Finally, the day of birth arrives. Rose, accompanied by her mother, heads to the hospital, her heart filled with worry and hope. Her child is born a boy, but what shocks her is the clear resemblance of the child to Jack. Rose's mother, holding the baby, is deeply shocked. She sees the undeniable similarities between the child and Jack. In that moment, all the questions that had been haunting her mind for months are answered. But now new questions, even more troubling, begin to fill her mind. Questions that she really doesn't want to think about the answers to.